Hello and welcome to another episode. This time I'll be playing the Turian Havoc. I'm be using the Stronghold package because my shields are a good bit lower than I'd like, and this character ends up taking a lot of shield damage, though I do have some tools to mitigate that. M7 Lancer, of course. This time I'm actually using the Omni Blade for extra melee damage. For powers, I have Havoc Strike, which I've specialized for damage, increased weapon damage after charging, and the radius on the landing. And Stimulant Pack, I've actually got it set up to kind of maximize my shields. The Stimulant Pack is an interesting skill. It functions on a similar, or it functions on the grenade mechanic that they call charges or whatever, but they're grenades. It even shows the grenade icon on the UI when you're in game. So what I'm going to be doing is essentially standing back most of the time, providing fire support, but against certain enemies I'll be charging in and basically being a Gundam. This character has little rocket thrusters. He floats around a lot. The Havoc Strike itself is a lot like a biotic charge, but more Gundam-y. And you can see, let me get away from the cover for a second. You can see for a Turian especially, this character has some pretty incredible mobility. And you can use the dash to get down ledges a lot of the time, without having to actually use ladders or anything like that. You still have recovery on the receiving end, but there's a lot less vulnerability in transit. And that's the Havoc Strike. It's real Gundam-y. Another thing that I did different with this character than what I normally do is I've put a lot of points into my melee damage rather than into survivability. Mostly because the heavy melee on this character is that attack, which ends up being pretty powerful. And powerful enough that it has a sizable effect even against the large monsters. Although a lot of the large monsters going in like that is extremely dangerous. So the Havoc Strike itself doesn't recharge shields the way Biotic Charge does. Wow, taken down in the first round, good me. The Havoc Strike itself doesn't recharge shields the way Biotic Strike does. However, it does make you invincible during the animation, and so you can still kind of use it as a survivability mechanism. On top of that, as soon as you activate Stimulant Pack, it increases your maximum shields. It also refills your shields to full as part of the process, so you can use it if you're paying more attention than I was, and use the Stimulant Pack in between Havoc Strikes to dramatically increase your lifespan. The Stimulant Pack also just increases your damage in general as well. So there's a lot of really good reasons to use it, but it does operate on grenades, so you can run out of Stimulant Pack. But if you notice on every one of these ammo crates, there's thermal clips and grenades. So as long as you're somewhat near an ammo crate, you can always replenish. I'm not sure what the time is on the ammo pack or the ammo crates for regenerating the grenades, but you can, unless you're being reckless with this class, you're not going to really have a problem with it. Yeah, I got really lucky the other day when I was testing the character. There were 2 Geth Juggernauts in the party, and so they did all of the work keeping things occupied, and I just got to play Gundam all day. It was pretty wonderful. And as always with a class that pushes itself into melee pretty often, I will have to be very careful around Banshees, but I think with Brutes I'll be able to Gundam it up pretty well, as long as I'm somewhat careful about it. seems like that guy's using the M7 as well. It's such a great gun. And there's the stimulant pack. Let's see, I was down, or my shields were down, and then magically they were full again. The stimulant packs are pretty nice. Now, get back up in my tower. So it doesn't really look like it, but the Havoc Strike will also carry you through obstructions. It follows the exact same rules as Biotic Charge. So you have to have line of sight, or line of fire onto the target, and you have to be able to see them, obviously. So like invisible targets, you can't Havoc Strike to. But you can put some bullets in them and then Havoc Strike in the split second that they light up. Move that a little bit. Although overall I think I like Biotic Charge a lot more than Havoc Strike. The replenishing your barrier on Biotic Charge is just too good. Let's see the enemy. Yeah, I get in there. So my melee attack actually hits like a truck too. Like, stronger than basically any power that I've used in this game so far. I just have to be careful because big enemies have sync kills, and if they stagger me, it becomes a problem. If I can get the Havoc Charge to start the animation, then I'm fine. But the heavy melee tends to get interrupted all the time. But overall, this is a pretty interesting character to play, but if you want this kind of playstyle, I think you're better off picking a Vanguard. There's even a Krogan Vanguard if you really want to rotate between charging and heavy melee. I also don't think so the heavy melee looks like it has a radius on its landing, but I think if it does actually have a radius, the radius is very small compared to the animation at least. Oh, shit. It's taken down by Banshee. Ah, burn another meta jaw. It's fine. Let's see. Oh my god, Jesus. I'm flanked on the other side as well. I don't think this video is going to go great. I'm not confident in my ability to play this character effectively, unfortunately. Mostly because I just don't think my build is all that optimal. Okay, yeah, he's not near me. Alright, so they got her. That was rough. That's only wave 5. It's only going to get worse. This hack going. Don't really have the angle I'd like. And again, I've mentioned it in a few other videos. You can control which direction your character pops up out of cover by using the movement keys. So by default, you'll always pop up out of the top of low cover. If you want to pop up from the side instead, you hold the strafe and then aim, and you'll come out that side. Or you don't even have to aim. Like if you just go to fire, you see it pops up, or to the side. You can use that to help. And there you can see a bit of the speed. Yeah, I don't think I actually hit the brute with that melee attack. Oh, that's what it is. Thought I heard a Ravager. And that's essentially the combo I had in mind when I was setting this character up. Do the Havoc Strike to get into close range, and then the heavy melee to really drive the point home. When I can find enemies that are good to use that combo on, it does have the predictably devastating effect against them. But if you get enemies that are like cannibals and marauders and things like that that actually provide covering fire for their allies, you end up taking too much damage. But if it's just one of the, like a brute or a ravager or something like that, then it's not difficult to just mess them up by themselves. Let's see. Get out here and help this guy. Get away from the Banshee. And there I activated the stimulant pack. I'm out of grenades though, so I need to do something about that. And I'm going down. I think. Nope, I managed to get out of there apparently. So we'll come refresh our grenades. Grab another grenade from this one. I wasn't paying attention for a while and I ran out. But I'm good now. That was accidental. I did not mean to actually use a grenade there. But that's fine. Yeah, that was an ugly wave, and it's only going to get worse. Yeah, I'm struggling a bit with this character. There's a few reasons. But a lot of it is just that I don't feel as though I'm playing this build necessarily optimally. Oh shit. That's a problem. Alright, so I guess he made a job. Pick himself back up. Remember that. I'm gonna get this thing. It doesn't get to live anymore. And there you can get an idea of just how much damage the Havoc Strike Heavy Melee combo does. I don't even know what brought me down. Even the game didn't know. It's just suddenly I'm down. And Sin killed by a brute. That's not often that happens. But, you know, anything is possible if you're sufficiently motivated. And I don't feel like I'm really helping out that much anyway. I think I mentioned in another episode, the only real weakness that the M7 Lancer has is that it's a rapid-fire weapon, and since armor takes a flat amount of damage from any incoming projectiles, rapid-fire weapons tend to struggle with it a bit more. If I had the Shredder module for it, then it'd be a lot better, or if I had a couple extra levels of the weapon, it'd be a lot more effective. But armor targets are difficult for this class to kill, mostly because the bulk of the armor targets tend to be more dangerous than the player. And unless I want to put a ton of bullets into something, I have to get into the Havoc Strike heavy melee combo. I can clean up those Ravagers though. And I'm missing a grenade, so I'll stop by the ammo crate here. You can see the huge chunks I take out of this Ravager with everything I do. When I can get into the Havoc Strike heavy melee combo, this character is devastating. But against the bigger monsters, you kind of need something like a Juggernaut to keep their attention for you. Ah, he bled out. Lame. I was trying to get to him, but waited too long. Alright. Should be wave 9? No, it's wave 10. Okay. I'm feeling like it'll probably be a Banshee. Yep, and a big clusterfuck there. Really? You only got the one? Whatever. It's fine. I can only carry 2 of the Cobras. And 2 Cobras actually runs out very, very quickly. See, that's what's up. That dude got 2 Banshees and a Brute with the 1 missile. Shit. Okay, he's taken down by a Marauder. Yeah, I guess my regular melee also hits pretty hard too. I think I've probably been underestimating it a bit. There we go. All the targets are down. We did good. Ugh. I thought it would stagger them long enough for me to pick the guy up, but it would appear that I was incorrect. Grab some more grenades, and let's guard the LZ. Alright. And there, you may have noticed it, there's another trick you can kind of do. The Banshee threw a little orb thing at me, and so what I did was started my Havoc strike, so I was actually in the air and invincible when it collided with me. It's very similar to using Biotic Charge. I think I showed in one of the videos using Biotic Charge to avoid the lasers from the Praetorian. It's pretty much the same thing in concept. And so what I was actually doing there was charging in and then backing up, doing the backwards dash immediately, under the hope that it would allow me to safely deal some damage to the Banshee without getting sync killed. Seems to be working out so far. I don't know if that's just coincidence though. But I've charged a Banshee more than a few times and I'm still alive. And it's more than I can say for some of my attempts. But anyway, we somehow pulled that off. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.